Good evening, good night, and good morning to some people. Welcome to Living World of Darkness Street Magic venue. Tonight's scene is Konrad and Casper Martin again having a little powwow, but this time not just info dump. It's got a little extra seasoning added on top. First Casper would probably hear of this would be Konrad sending him a text being like, hey, it'd be closer towards the end of the day. And she's like, hey, lots of stuff happened. Need to catch up with you. There's actually something you might be able to do soon.
Okay. Come by.
And he'll arrive not too long later. He comes upstairs. He looks fairly excited in a different way than before, but he's just like, okay. He's like, obviously not sure what to say first. He's like, okay. First thing. I told you that sometimes, obviously he steps aside, closes the door and everything. He's like, I told you sometimes mages kind of like have their own groups. Not traditions, but like we hang out in a certain place.
Okay, a gaggle of mages.
Yeah, a chantry or whatever.
Okay.
So like I'm in one at the moment, and like I said, I can't unless you get a hold of Tommy or whatever. You wouldn't be able to get in there or find it or anything. But there's another place which we are currently renovating, which I've been given.
Okay.
And there I have the option to bring in a few people so that it's not just me in a big empty house. It's still being renovated, but you might want to take a look at it because I'll tell you, it's honestly, with all the crazy crap that I've told you, you might see why a lot of mages prefer to stick together or have communal living arrangements. It's just safer.
Okay.
That said, we're typically pretty private, so it's not like we'd be all up in your business or anything. But also, the lady who's renovating the place and is going to set up a lot of the stuff is that hermetic I was telling you about. Cassie, the one I gave you her contact information.
Yeah.
She's helping set the place up. I don't think she's staying when she's done, but she is helping set it up for us. And obviously, there's me also, so that'd give you a chance to learn a bit more either way. I told her about you, by the way. She's very eager to meet you at some point. He kind of hesitates. She's like, okay, so here's the bad news. No, I'll start with the good news. Good news is the place is being renovated. It looks like a haunted house. It's not one anymore. Remember I told you we have those nodes where they have raw magic coming out of them and we can use it for stuff?
Yeah.
This one has one, which makes it nice. That's a good reason to make a chantry there. Even better because right now, well, it's a really small node, but it's going to get stronger, which is very rare. It could become a really nice node, which would let you learn a lot about magic, make doing magic a lot easier. It's an advantage a lot of new mages don't get.
Sounds great. Yeah.
Now the bad news. The reason it has this energy, according to the people I was talking to, place used to belong to a really crazy old occultist. You ever seen Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
Okay, you know how they briefly mentioned that crazy apartment building was built by some really crazy architect?
Yeah.
Guy sounds like that. The node takes the form of a pentagram. Now, that's not cliche evil or anything. Hell, the Hermetics use pentagrams.
No, I got past that Satanism crap a long time ago. I know.
Okay, good. Yeah, problem is this one's connected to a little pocket realm, which is kind of like stepping into the Umbra. The Umbra is other parts of reality, other dimensions. Think of it that way. This one steps into a pocket reality. There's a doorway in the basement that leads to a little sewer system, which leads to a old portcullis. There is a plaque that says, "Abandon hope, all ye who enter here."
Okay, you're going a million miles a minute. You just told me that other dimensions exist.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, but they're not. It's not easy to get there or anything. You're not going to like walk outside tomorrow and accidentally fall into a hole to, Jupiter or something like that. It doesn't work that way. It's really difficult to get there. I mean, like, you got to know, remember with the nine spheres, it's a spirit thing. To open a hole to other dimensions is like spirit. You got to know a lot of it. So you're not going to like have to accidentally worry about this stuff.
Oh, okay.
Suffice to say, yes, there are other dimensions, but that's like saying, yes, there are probably aliens out there in the galaxy. I've never seen one. I'm not worried about it.
Okay, so
not an issue.
Go on.
That said, it says that there's a regular doorway in the basement of this house. It's in an earthen cellar. It says on a plaque, "Abandon all hope, ye who enter here." You go through the door, you get to a sewer system. You go through the sewer system, there's another door, which is like a portcullis, an old gate, like from a castle almost. If you go through there, you've basically entered into a pocket realm with Umbra. Like a little, yeah, someone made a portal here. That takes a lot of magic, I should point out. Especially to leave it open like that. Now, anything's possible out in Umbra. Umbra is like raw everything, so if you can imagine it, there's probably a little spot in Umbra where it's exactly like that. Think of it as like infinite possibilities, infinite possible realms. Everything's out there at some point. It, like I said, though, it doesn't usually matter to us because we're over here. This particular part of reality has been meticulously shaped by whoever made this connection. You ever read Dante's Inferno?
Yeah.
Yeah. That with some modern day applications.
Okay. I'll have to see it for myself, I guess.
You might not want to go down there by yourself. I got to level 5.
Well, yeah, no, of course not.
Cerberus is not very nice. He picked me up with his teeth and shook me like a rag doll.
Okay, so there's a place, it's got magic, it's powerful, it's got a portal to the Umbra that resembles the 9 layers of hell.
Yeah, except it has an express elevator which goes through the 9 layers of hell and comes out into I think the sub basement of the or is it the lobby?
So
actually, I don't remember the character.
Of hell, where Satan resides in ice. There's below that a basement.
No. All that stuff is below essentially the house. I guess you'd say metaphysically. All I know is the physically speaking, none of this would make
some
sense.
House of Leaves shit going on.
Kinda, yeah, because physically, if we took an elevator straight up from where we were, we should have like come up somewhere in Brooklyn for all I know. Definitely not back to the house. But there's an elevator which is connected to all 9 of those layers and to the house itself. But the elevator only works if you do certain things. You don't have to worry about like people wandering in there, pressing the button, and winding up meeting Lucifer. Or whatever's in layer 9. We didn't get to layer 9. We stopped at 5. We were having enough trouble. It's not as scary as it sounds, but you still don't want to just wander down there, and I would definitely not go down there by yourself. But the point is, it's not going to affect us.
Casper puts his hands on his head, and he kind of walks around in a circle.
The point is, I didn't want to like invite you there before telling you that is down there, but we're pretty damn sure it's contained. There's nothing going to come out of it. There's a door. We sealed the door by magical rules. Nothing's going to come out of there. And we're pretty sure this isn't, before you worry, this isn't like the ultimate biblical hell. This is someone took a little piece of reality that they could shape and make it like their own personal holodeck. Think of it that way. And using that frame of logic, they made this into what they want. And the person who designed this was obviously a fan of Dante's Inferno. So it's not the actual biblical hell. It's a mock-up. Doesn't mean the dangers aren't real. but it's not the actual hell, if there is such a place.
I'm a translator, and one day I can see shit, and you're here telling me all this stuff. It's a lot to take in, okay?
I get it. I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to like tell you this.
Like, what
All
do
that
you
stuff
want
is
me to
superfluous.
do? What do, like
What
I'm
I'm doing, what I'm doing, is offering you a place where you can come talk to other people who will be staying there. Because I'm sure there will be others. I know one or two people I'm inviting already. One of them is very experienced. The guy actually who I told you would normally not want to talk to you. This would be his. He any mage wants to have access to this kind of energy. If we offer him the deal, if he gets to stay there, he gets some of the energy. He'd probably be willing to show you a few things also. But there's also me. And if you're living in the same place as me, it'd probably be a lot easier for either of us to have time to, learn something from the other. So this would make it a lot easier. Besides, it's not like you can't commute from there. It's not that far outside of town or anything.
Hey, are there any other you guys around, your virtual adepts?
Right now, as far as I know, no, just the two of us. But as far as hermetics go, there's
No.
only
I'd stick
two.
with the virtual adepts, okay? Because I met a guy today.
Okay.
I I had to get out. I went to the library, started looking up philosophy books, trying to go back and see things in a different light now.
Okay.
And there was a guy there doing some kind of computer stuff, and he had a Japanese language book. And you know what? I needed a little bit of familiarity in my life back. So I went over and asked him if he needed help translating Japanese. And he said, yeah, he was translating Japanese from this code he was working on. And so I gave him a little sample and handed him my card, said, call me if you wanted further consultation. I don't do this shit for free.
Uh-huh.
And we got to talking, and he mentioned something about having a near-death experience where he got hit by a car and he actually had to be resuscitated, and said he saw hallucinations, before whatever. I would have chalked it up just
Oh,
whatever.
fuck.
You hear near-death experiences all the
Oh,
time.
now there are two of you.
And so I looked at him, I looked at him.
You looked at him with Prime Sight, didn't you?
And he was colorful.
Yep. Congratulations, you found someone. Did you get it? You got his contact information, right?
I left.
You just left.
I don't know who that guy is.
But you gave him your card. You gave him your card.
Yes.
Okay. So he has your number.
You would have told me about the other virtual adepts in the place. So I see a guy with a computer. He's a mage. The last time I ran into someone like that, he had a shotgun at me, and you're telling me he's a technocrat.
I wouldn't blame you for getting the two confused. But if this guy, from what you're saying, it sounds like this guy probably is almost as new as you. But trust me, if he was a technocrat, he wouldn't have been.
Wait, why do you think he's new?
Now, you said he had a near-death experience recently, right?
Not recently. I don't know when it happened. He was kind of describing it like it was, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. The other thing, as far as I know, and call me crazy on this, but I don't think if he was a technocrat, he wouldn't have been in a public library. They have better resources than that. And trust me, they don't really take vacations. So they're kind of committed to their jobs. I doubt the guy was a technocrat. And given how few people in this town actually use anything other than this, did you get a name off of him? Anything?
I think he said his name was Corey.
Oh no. I know who that was. No, he's not new. He's a techno shaman. I know the guy. Met him once.
Okay.
He's not actually an adept. He's a dream speaker. I know. I didn't think they did like tech things either, but apparently there are very few of them who deal with the spirits of technology. He kind of waves his hands like he doesn't either believe in it or he doesn't understand it or both, or just doesn't care. He's kind of persona non grata around here.
Okay.
Not sure why.
Good to know.
You had my hopes up for a second. I was hoping you were going to say you'd actually found a new adept. That'd be awesome. I'm really hoping to find some. But no, there's just the two adepts of us. But he kind of looks and grins. Okay, look, I told you I'm not going to do the whole information overload thing, other than what I've already done today. It boils down to this. This is all you need to worry about. I'm offering you a place where you can hide out. You can basically hang out there, live your life relatively like normal, and it's a place. It's a nice big house. It's being renovated right now. I'll make sure it has all the modern day amenities. You bet your ass. And once we've got it ready to go, you'll have access to the node. You'll probably be able to access it before I can. I still haven't learned anything about Prime. I'm working on it. But I can teach you how to draw from it, maybe, or the intern could. But you'll have at least 2 mages, most likely. Guaranteed 1 if it's just you and me. Most likely 2 mages to watch your back, make sure nothing crazy comes at you from out of the woodwork, and people to teach you. And even if you don't want to learn from us, you can always, use that as a base of operations. You'll probably meet other mages who just come in to visit us.
I'll meet the other residents before I decide to take on roommates, okay?
That's fine. Like I said, right now it's just me.
Alrighty.
The intern you would meet if he decides to do this, but I don't know that he's going to do it. I'll try and arrange a meeting between the 3 of us at some point. For this, I think he would be willing to do a meeting. He's not a complete asshole. He's just kind of like I say. He's like, you ever do much in the way of video games?
Haven't for a while.
Okay, well, a lot of people who play video games kind of have this elitist mentality. Like, once they've become so good at a certain game, they only play in the circles of people who know what the hell they're doing. They really don't like spending time with quote-unquote noobs.
Yeah.
So I don't give a shit because I was a noob not that long ago, but someone like him, he knows a lot more. And frankly, I probably test his patience enough as it is.
Okay. Gotcha.
So, yeah. So it's not something personal against you or something.
No, I understand.
Okay. With that in mind, just a heads up, not to freak you out or anything, but there has been a strange sort of attack recently on one of the mages from the place I stay at, actually. She's in the hospital now. But whatever did it, he kind of like pulls out his phone, shows you a picture. It's a guy in a hood who's got some sort of like Chinese looking mask on him. It's like white, red circle, stuff like that. And a guy's holding a knife in the picture and it's bloody. And he's like, that guy. If you see that guy, run like hell. I really doubt you'll see him. But I'm just covering my bases.
Oh, okay.
Because let's put it this way. Neither of us, I don't know how to fight. And even with my magic, I can't do much to fight. I don't know if you know how to fight, but with your magic, you wouldn't be able to do much.
I'm a bookworm. Yeah.
We're on the same page then. We see something dangerous, we run the other way. That is a survival mechanism. Anyways, so yeah, the there is one other good thing. I might have found someone who I, I don't. I think she might be kind of fun to learn from, even though she doesn't do my kind of stuff and might not do your kind of stuff either. But she's definitely an older mage. Um, she's this. I don't even know her name, but I just met her today with some of the other guys. While we were investigating this stuff. Um, she's a verbena. At least I'm pretty sure she is.
That's the witches.
Yeah, she's a witch to a capital W. She looks like she's about 100, hunchbacked, has a wooden cane. I don't know how much of this is an act, honestly. She has a black cat.
Oh God.
Yeah, dude, she. It's like if you opened up a book up from your childhood and looked up, the most classic cliched
Yeah, I
witch
got
you
it.
could.
Baba Yaga.
Yeah, basically, it's kind of awesome. She wasn't mean or anything. She's just, it's like talking to my grandmother or something.
Mm-hmm.
She might actually have. I don't know that she liked me that much, but she seemed to be pretty reasonable. So if I had her contact information, I'd put you in touch with her. But I don't yet. Anyways, yeah. Point is, short version. Just here's the address for the chantry once it actually gets set up. If you head there in the meantime, oh, here, I almost forgot. There's a ward on the place right now. He like pulls out a little trinket that's got like kind of a oddly shaped stone on it. It's like a necklace or a bracelet. He's like, if you go there, make sure you're wearing this. It's not like you'll fry or something if you go there and you don't have it on. There's like a low end, like a ward on the place. It doesn't hurt people. It makes you be distracted. Like if you were to walk up there without it, you'd suddenly think like, oh, did I leave the oven on? Did I, do I really need to go in here? It's designed to make people ignore the place and walk away.
So I got a keystone.
Yeah, basically, it'll let you get in there.
Okay.
I'm allowed to give it out to a few people if they're going to visit or anything else. So you got yours. Yeah, if you manage to catch Cassie there. Oh, Cassie's having a little language problem right now, which you might actually be perfectly suited to talk to her. I think she's speaking a dead language.
Yeah. He perks up.
He called it the proto language, actually, like the first language or language of angels or something like that.
You're shitting me.
No.
Oh, yeah. He really perks up at this. Yeah. Yes, I'm your man.
Yeah, if you can, she can still kind of speak English, but it's like English is now her second or third language. I'm hoping we might be able to actually figure out why this is, because she's been like this since we went to hell, or the pseudo mock hell.
Did she get hit in the head or something?
No, it was actually kind of weird. She didn't get hurt at all. When we were on the third layer, we met Cerberus, and while Cerberus was throwing me around like a rag doll, she started talking to it in this language. I think she was like just trying to calm him down or something, and he calmed down, rolled over. She rubbed his belly and everything. She got along real well with him after that, and then went through the rest. But she stopped speaking English after that, except very sparingly. I think she just like tried to speak something it would understand and got stuck in that language. I don't know.
Okay, I'd have to see it or hear it.
Yeah, I just figure you might.
Is she writing in this language?
Oddly, no. I haven't seen her write in anything other than pictograms.
Well, that could be the language.
No, they were stick figures.
Oh, no, never mind that.
No, she was just trying to communicate stick figures. But yeah. Anyway, so that's the place. Take a look at it. since she's effectively giving me permission to run the place myself, I have permission to let you go there. It's my choice to make. Like I said, though, the place ain't renovated yet. Oh, and don't go into the basement for Christ's sakes. Not just because of the doorway to the passageway to hell or whatever the crap is down there, but the people that Cassie has fixing the place up don't know everything about it. And when we got there, there were a few dead bodies, like old mummified dead bodies, like probably the founder or something like that. And when she decided to invite them over to start renovating the place, Cassie can be literal at times. She tossed the bodies into the basement and locked the door. So there are now 2 moldering dead bodies at the bottom of the basement steps, no doubt. I mean, they're like skeletons, dude. They're not like, fresh corpses or something.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure we'll once we get a chance, we'll just bury it or something.
And I was so excited too.
But anyways, so there's that, and I'll see if I can introduce you to some of the people I was working with. Maybe, which really, have you managed to get a hold of any of them yet? Like Ken or someone?
No.
They can be kind of busy at times, and especially since they're all worried about Maggie right now. Oh yeah. Unless you really have to, try steering clear of the hospitals for a little while. We're not sure what's going on with them, but we noticed it's a little harder to do our stuff near hospitals.
I wasn't planning on making a trip.
Okay. Just like I said, it might be unrelated, but, never know. Anything that messes with magic on that kind of a scale is usually bad mojo. Anyway, so, yeah. Invitation extended. Take a look. Hopefully you get a chance to talk to Cassie. So,
yeah, I'll definitely do that.
All right, I will leave you to it then. I'll catch you later.
Yeah, thanks.
Heads out. Hopefully, he looks like he's hoping he didn't so much dump info on you as give you something to look forward to.
Oh, he was tickled as hell at that language stuff.
Okay, and with that, anything your character would do while he's gone, or?
No.
All right, with that, we can end the scene there, and I will thank players for playing, watchers for watching, and have a good night.